The German forces dropped gas bombs on the women's camp. A Russian female soldier hurriedly distributed gas masks to her comrades. But when it was her turn, the box was already empty. She struggled to escape outside and inhaled too much poison gas. Soon she collapsed on the ground and died in agony. As the gas spread, a large number of German troops stepped onto the Russian positions. At the command of the female officer, the women soldiers began to charge forward. Although this was their first battle, no one was afraid. On the battlefield, being a woman wouldn't make the enemy spare you. The women successfully defended their line. They won for the first time. But the women couldn't be happy. Looking at the bodies of their comrades, they felt very sad. The colonel, hearing that the women had repelled the Germans, said he would reward the female instructor. The instructor only wanted support. Her small request made the colonel feel embarrassed. As soon as she walked out of the colonel's tent, she was surrounded by male soldiers. They hated fighting and just wanted to go home. The women's victory made their dream of going home seem further away. One man started hitting her, and he was her husband. Then he began to beat her. The other men just watched coldly. The female officer got up with a body full of injuries and walked back to the line. In the evening, the women soldiers of the suicide battalion held candles and made their last prayer. In the deep night, the women crawled forward to the German positions. A big fire cut off their way back and trapped the enemy in the city. The Germans were so surprised that they didn't know how to deal with the sudden attack. They fought all night. They rushed into the German camp and had a fierce battle with the enemy. They fought all night and won. But the field officer listened to the gunfire all night and felt very upset inside. He felt ashamed that he hadn't done his duty. If he couldn't lead others, he would go by himself. But he was stopped by some soldiers who told him that officers couldn't go to the battlefield. The lieutenant hit him directly. On the other side, the Germans soon counterattacked. The women were caught off guard. A woman took out a grenade to throw at the enemy but was shot. The grenade fell to the ground and was about to explode. A soldier looked back and saw a large number of comrades retreating to this place. Without hesitation, she threw herself on it. The German troops were very familiar with the route to their camp. Soon they forced the suicide battalion into a corner. The women had never thought of surrendering. They made their last prayer and decided to fight to the end with the Germans. In the distance, there came the sound of thunderous footsteps. The female officer slowly turned her head. She couldn't believe her eyes. It was the men of her own country.